Today marks day 16 of the government shutdown. Senate members just voting against the GOP funding bill that would reopen the government. This is the 10th time it failed. So we should say senators just voted and that vote failed. Here's a live shot of the Senate floor. Republicans needed to convince 5 Senate Democrats to cross the aisle, but Democrats say they want an extension on health care tax credits before they can vote yes. This as the Trump administration is looking for ways to pay service members, the FBI and ICE agents who are patrolling city streets. Other federal workers, they are stuck in limbo. Meanwhile, a federal judge in San Francisco temporarily blocked the Trump administration from carrying out any more firings that started just last week. Federal agencies began issuing layoff notices aimed at reducing the size of the government. The judge said the move appears to be politically motivated and likely illegal. So let's go to Capitol Hill now and CBS News congressional correspondent Caitlin Huey-Burns. Caitlin, thank you for joining us today. I know you spoke with a CDC scientist who was fired at the start of the shutdown. What did she have to say to you?
That's right. She was actually fired over the weekend pretty abruptly. She was one of among 600 people let go from the CDC because of these moves from the administration. And Mugo, it was very interesting. First of all, she talked to us but didn't want to reveal her identity because she's afraid of reprisal and recrimination. And she actually wants her job back. She wants to work again for the CDC. She's been a scientist for them for the past decade, studying chronic diseases like heart disease and diabetes. And she said there is a real concern about what this all means for public health. Take a listen to what she told us.
They went in and fired entire programs, even statutorily mandated by law programs. They cut entirely. It's going to mean more deaths, more preventable deaths. People will absolutely die from the impact of this administration.
And remember, Mugo, there is a measles outbreak right now in South Carolina. The scientists said that, this could impact the response efforts there. But notably, this lawsuit now and this judge's ruling, and we're waiting to see exactly what the details are kind of putting all of this in flux. And just yesterday, Trump's budget director, Russ Vought, said that they're planning to lay off 10,000 people through this shutdown.
Wow. Senate Majority Leader John Thune, he says he's going to attempt to advance a year-long appropriations bill to fund the Pentagon today. Any chance that Democrats will side with Republicans on this one?
Yeah, Mugo, this is going to put them in a little bit of a bind, put Democrats in a little bit of a bind here on the politics. Just to take a step back to remind people how this usually works, the reason that we're in this shutdown is because the Congress hasn't passed traditional appropriations bills. They usually pass about a dozen of them. They haven't passed any of them, so they had to come up with a short-term measure, a stopgap measure to fill the blanks, fill the gap. They haven't been able, as we've seen 10 times now, haven't been able to agree on passing that. So now Senator Thune is saying, okay, well, let's take each appropriations bill perhaps individually. The defense one is ready to go. This is funding for the Pentagon. This is traditionally, Mugo, a very bipartisan piece of legislation. Lawmakers have been working on this for a long time. And so by putting it on the floor today, just to get onto the bill, and there'll be debate about it and vote on it later, but just to get onto the bill is a way to say, let's move forward with some of these appropriations while we're in a standstill. And it does put the squeeze on Democrats, many of whom are generally supportive of these Pentagon funds, but do they vote to move forward with it? Does that, weaken their position? That is a political bind that they're in. Meanwhile, the troops are getting paid for now because of funds rearranged by the administration, by the Pentagon to pay them. But it's not clear how long that will last. So this is an effort by Thune to just get this process moving. And we'll see whether it does appeal to some Democrats to peel away and support something they generally do support. Just in this political time, it's a difficult vote for them.
Yeah, difficult position to be in for sure. We'll see. We'll see what they do. Caitlin Huey-Burns, thank you.